it's Jessica Lee, the Secret Psychic, and I've been working on these videos very barely for a few weeks now, since about the new year, and just trying to work on my verbal skills, my social skills, and also a little soul development, soul work. As I mentioned, I'm the Secret Psychic, and I've been an online psychic for most of my adult life. I started doing readings online, um, just kind of experimenting with what I could do. Way back when MySpace was the shit. Um, Joined this group, Real Psychics and Mediums, and I met a lot of, I didn't meet in person, but got to know a lot of other people from all over the country and some people out of the country, and we all would just like take turns and practicing reading for each other, and doing exercises and stuff. So while I was there, well, before I got there, I already had a suspicion I may be what you call a psychic. Um, but while I was there, I determined that I was, and gained quite a following. I ended up having a big wait list of people wanting a reading from me. And as a single mom, it was really hard to make ends meet. I was working two jobs at one point, and I was making it, but I still had to stay with family. We were making it, and yeah, you don't want to live with your parent, your mom forever, sort of stuff. So, uh, one of my friends suggested, hey, you got this gift, why don't you start charging? And another girl, Adriana, she knew how to make these websites. She told me about this website that I could go to build my own, and she basically built my first website for me. And thank God she did. She got the ball rolling for me, and I was really nervous, but I was pretty good, and thankfully I had some instant success really with it. I started doing reading. Had my own website, but obviously, it's great to have your own website. But as far as getting daily customers, enough you can live on, that's not so easy to do unless you have a lot of capital to work with, money, to pay for advertising and ad placements and stuff. And I didn't have that, so I would go on other websites like LivePerson, Kasamba, Bitwine, and that platform they could pay for the advertising, and I stayed busy. I remember my first day doing readings. I did a Bitwine. I had 13 customers in one day, and before that time, I think the most readings I did in a day was 3. So I ended up doing 13 readings, and I shit you not, my brain was like scrambled eggs for 2 weeks. I use cards too. It kind of gives me a roadmap when I'm looking at someone's life, and I say it kickstarts the connection quicker. It gives me an overview of what's going on, and from there, spirit takes over, and it's like automatic typing once I get that connection. But okay, here goes my ADD. I jump around a lot. So anyways, I did those 13 readings, and it was like every time I even looked at cards for 2 weeks, I couldn't make sense of it, and you know, really let me know, it took on a lot of energy. I connected with a lot of people. I did it successfully, and it kicked my ass. So I learned to pace myself after that, and that went really well until my leap of faith in 2016. Not to say that my business did bad and that's why I had to stop, but literally the Holy Spirit would not leave me alone. Oh, one day I went from doing readings is normal, and supporting my family is normal, hearing, my guide Sasha is normal, tell me what I gotta know and when I gotta know it, and all of a sudden it was like nothing but stuff that was in the Bible. I don't want to get into all the details. I mean, it's like an epic story for me. When I try to tell other people about it, they just look at me like, eh. So I guess I need to find a way to tell my story and get a more favorable reaction, and not just get looked at like they don't understand or I'm making it up. But basically, I had no choice but to become a believer in the Holy Spirit. And from there, I ended up basically was told I had to go and see the world. I had to leave my home. I had to pull some kind of Job and take a leap of faith is what I had to do. And no, I didn't have to do it, but stuff was relentless. I mean, if you were in my shoes, you would understand I had to. And it wasn't easy at all. At all. There were points afterward that I was like, maybe it was a demon that tricked me. But the bond that I built with my higher power and the Holy Spirit, and I nothing can top it. It's just like everything that I had before was multiplied as far as my connection with the spirit world. Like now I can speak in tongues. I don't try to flaunt it, but sometimes, especially if I'm more relaxed than usual, it goes. Like I thought I was being possessed by demons at first until I started having people that spoke the actual language that I was blabbering on with. Like, oh, you speak Arabic? Oh my God, you know Swahili? And then of course I'm like, no, I took 1 semester of French in junior high. That's it. I could count to 5 in Spanish. But I had a girl get mad at me because I was telling all her business about credit card fraud in Spanish. I don't even know the girl's name, like I was just like, I guess this is a message from the Holy Spirit, that's when I started figuring out these are messages for these people, and they're so private I don't even know what it is. I can't judge them at all because I don't even know what the hell I'm telling them, but hey, they're there to translate the message for them. So earlier today, I've been waiting for a call on Bitwine. I've been working on their $2.99 a minute, or you can go on my website, thesecretpsychic.org, and I have first 15 minutes for new clients is $15. Other than that, it's basically $100 an hour, and I'm still working on that website, so it's just bare knuckles right now, but it's looking nicer. So I've been signed on to Bitwine. I've had nothing, and I started off my day doing a reading for myself, connecting with spirit. I hear them anyways, but I need to work with my cards again. I'm 7 years out of practice for my leap of faith, and I'm getting back into it. But my message today was that I need to be more verbal. I still, reminding me I need to work on getting my message out there. Also, to be careful about my message. So it was pretty persistent. I had that message on my reading, and then it was kind of reaffirmed through other media that I saw today, especially a post from YB on Instagram. So I was like, ooh. And as I watched the hours go by, no clients, and knowing how my higher self and the Holy Spirit works with me when they tell me something, they're not demanding, but they'll let me know. And if I don't take heed, they will, I won't say punish me, but they'll start limiting my other distractions or options so that eventually I have no choice but to do as they suggested. And I don't even know why I drag my feet. I don't. It's really useless, but I'm human. I guess that's the only answer. I'm human, and even though I get advice that is really good for me and usually simple to do, I avoid it. Certain things like this that make me uncomfortable. But anyways, so I'm making this pose, and hopefully I'm appeasing the spirit, and I will be able to make some money today. And if not, I guess I gotta take it easy. That's the other message I'm being reminded of constantly, that I need to learn to take it easier on myself and not be such a busy bee. I have a lot of healing to do too. A lot of processing of where I'm at, where I've been, what I learned. A lot of it, to be honest, more than I even want to acknowledge. So a lot of ways the spirit's been holding me back. Not to punish me, but because there's personal things I gotta reflect on, and certain skills I need to practice. So here I am. I've noticed I've got about an average of 10 views on the videos that I have posted, and I just wanted to say thank you to those few. It's few now. Hopefully, other people will stop by. Just leave a comment, say hi. Like I said, I do psychic readings, so if you have any questions about that, or how it works, or the reactions I've had from people when they find out, etc. Just leave a comment. I definitely will read it. I may not reply right away. I actually have a day job, a psychic reading business. I have a child. I have an 18-year-old who's someone we all should be praying for. And just a million other, a mind that goes a mile a minute in 2,000 directions. So, hi, that's me, and I'm gonna quit blabbing for now. We got about a little over 10 minutes in this, so hopefully that does it, and I'll be back at another time. Ta-ta for now.